Dollar Lane coin, MN 72,149.
Chicagoans with vision loss are finding new ways to navigate independent living through technology, and some are doing it for little to no cost. This is made possible by organizations like Second Sense, a nonprofit dedicated to teaching adults how to live independently. Second Sense offers free services ranging from learning how to use computers to writing and reading Braille to any Chicagoan. Clients don't need to show documentation to receive services. Kathy Austin, the Community Engagement Specialist for Second Sense, says the nonprofit can offer no-charge services because of their 3 streams of income.
We have foundations that fund our programs. We have donations from donors and supporters. We also have some government funding that provides, so we have basically three different streams of income that help support our programs.
DePaul alum Christian Alba came to Second Sense to learn how to use assistive technology and Braille to thrive in Chicago. As a pediatric brain tumor survivor, Alba started to lose his vision at 11 years old. In 2020, Alba's eyesight worsened. Now he only has 2/3 of his eyesight. Alba knew he needed to navigate the digital world to work, so since the start of 2025, Alba has been learning JAWS, a software that helps people with vision loss use computers with a series of shortcut commands and reading out loud what is on the screen.
So for me personally, my background, when I was at DePaul, I studied management information systems, so I'm a tech person, so my background has been in tech. So what I appreciate the most is working with Dragon on how to learning to see again. So how do you use the computer from a different perspective?
Alba says his vision loss allows him to partially see, but when looking at a computer, he can only see 1/49 of the screen. Alba says learning JAWS is vital for him to get back to work.
I'm looking to learn JAWS, and hopefully I'm able to get back to a job and just learning how to navigate the computer differently.
His tutor, Eric Backlog, a certified assistive technology instructor specialist intern, says Second Sense tries to teach its clients to use the vision they still have, but give them the tools to make using technology easier. Aside from skills to go back into the workforce, the nonprofit helps its clients use apps like Seeing AI to give users a second set of eyes.
Seeing AI is a wonderful app because it uses the camera on the back of the phone, but I'll give you a few simple use cases. One, you want to check the mail. You get the mail in and you can't read well enough to know who's it addressed to and who's it from. Well, it has a quick text version that will quickly read to you whatever the camera is pointing at. Well, this app has a currency identifier, so you literally point it at the camera at the currency and it'll tell you what it is. And then when they go to need currency out of their wallet, they don't need to ask somebody like the sales clerk. So am I handing you a 20 or am I handing you a 5?
Patrick Andrade, Assistive Technology and Accessibility Manager at the Chicago Lighthouse, encourages most of his clients with vision loss to use free apps like Seeing AI.
It's barcode.
Processing. Close. Club Q-tips cotton swabs 30 CT.
The Chicago Lighthouse is a nonprofit organization that helps those who are low vision, blind, veterans, and people with disabilities. The organization offers products to help people with independent living. Andrade says one of the struggles of trying to have affordable assistive technology and resources for people who are low vision is that insurance does not cover the cost of assistive resources, like white canes, because they are not durable medical equipment. For a product to be durable medical equipment, it has to solve a health-related issue, like glasses for people whose sight can be fixed with a glasses prescription.
It's really disgusting and confusing. So the way I like to phrase it is it's not medically necessary to be able to see or hear.
Andrade says he will always go over the free options like apps, cheaper alternatives, and Illinois given assistive resources before having a client spend money on any high-priced products.
A lot of times as you might even come across people that are middle class and not even in the worst of means, but are still going to face challenge in terms of obtaining these devices because they are like buying a used car. They can be anywhere from $700 for a 5-inch screen to $5,000 for something like wearable or within like 24 inches of a screen that could also maybe read to you. So it's like a device that one would need to be able to function and live in the printed world. And it's costing you the price of a used car.
Most people who have vision loss and own a smartphone are also able to use accessibility features on their devices to make it easier to read if they have remaining vision. Andrade showed me how to set up accessibility features on an iPhone.
If I was trying to enable anything to like help me as a low vision person, what's the first thing you would tell me to do?
Yes. So one of the nicest things that can quickly be adjusted for low vision and blindness is through the control center. You can actually have a quick and easy way to navigate dynamic text. So by swiping down from the top right, you can add a control by holding anywhere. And if you click add a control at the bottom, you can add text size. So go ahead and place it in there. And so now you can make it small or big. I have two versions on mine. I have the small one where it gets bigger, or I have the big one where you can raise it up and down within that bar. So I personally like the small one because then when I tap it, it's a bigger bar to swipe between. And so I can make an iPhone's text as big as 310%.
Well, okay.
So now everything on my phone is going to get bigger, that can. So my home screen looks normal, but if you see the app names, they got a lot larger. For you, you're only able to go up to 135 right now because what we actually haven't enabled yet in the settings is the ability to add larger text. So that's within accessibility, display and text size, and larger text. So mine is on, so that makes me able to go much higher. And then if you wanted that, you could too now.
Other features we went over were how to set up high contrast and reducing transparency. These functions can help people with vision loss see text on phones easier. Enabling voiceover is another option for those who need text to be read out loud to them. One of the hardest features to get the hang of on the iPhone is zooming without a magnifier app. Another life skill people with vision loss can learn with free apps and with tutoring is Braille. It can be written using electronic and manual machines. Braille can be read in printed books. Octavia Wright, a client at Second Sense, is learning Grade 2 Braille with her tutor, Gloria Moyer. There are 2 grades of Braille. Grade 1 is when each letter has a dot configuration.
Here is our 6-dot Braille cell, okay? Every dot has a number. This is when you're learning them. This is dot 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, always in that order, okay? If we only have one dot that you're reading right there, dot 1, what letter is dot 1?
A.
That's letter A. Okay. If you have dots 1, 2 together like that, it's letter B, and so forth. Every letter of the alphabet has a configuration of the dots, the 6 dots.
Grade 2 involves contractions, which are shorthand for full words in Braille.
So in a nutshell, it's 6 dots because they fit under the pad of your finger, okay? And everything in the whole wide world is done with a combination of those 6 dots.
Wright started learning Braille with Moyer in April 2023. The two worked together when Wright was a student in CPS and Moyer was a teacher for CPS. They reconnected when Wright called in to request Braille lessons and have been working together ever since.
Because I knew you when you were a little bit.
I was quiet when I was younger. So.
You were kind of quiet, but you were a silly kid. Yeah, there were times when I'm like, Octavia, stop.
I still rock. That never changed.
That's true.
With access to the internet and knowledge of how to use technology, more people with vision loss are able to access sites like Hadley.org. It's a website that has up to 15-minute-long videos on topics like cooking, learning Braille, and more. The site aims to help people with vision loss practice independent living in the comfort of their own home or in their headphones while out and about. Also online are resource hubs where people with disabilities can find local centers that can help them receive low or no-cost resources to live independently. With resources like these, many with vision loss are learning to see in a new way. For Good Day to Paul, I am Kiersten Riedford.
R for right. Woohoo! Cool.